Hi everyone, it's Kelly and I am back to share with you guys a tutorial. I had a lot of requests in my previous video when I did the planner setup, or makeover for my best friend's planner. And one of the things that I had included in her planner was some, cards that I had printed out, which are like quotes that I put together and printed out, and then I foiled it and laminated. So a few of you had requested me to do a video on how I foil, do the foiling and stuff. So I figured I would put this video together for you, and it is actually a walkthrough of how it's done. And as you can see in front of you, this is my planner, and this is, a card that I had made, which I designed myself on my Photoshop app and my Photoshop software actually. And then, I printed it and I had foiled it. So in order for this to work, you got to make sure that you have a laser printer that prints out toner ink. And I'm going to share with you guys also what kind of laser printer I use. So in this video, just follow through, and I'm going to show you how I actually foil this is what I do. I use it for my planner as just something inspirational, and it's a really nice quote. It says, "Vitality shows not only in the ability to persist, but in the ability to start over." So I thought that was a really nice quote there. And then here's another one that I printed out. And I actually did this on my Photoshop software. I designed it. It says, "For beautiful eyes, look in the good in others. For beautiful lips, speak only words of kindness. And for poise, walk in the knowledge that you are never alone." And this is a quote by Audrey Hepburn, which I love. So when I printed it out on this 8.5 by 11 sheet, standard size. And as you can see, it just prints out in black ink, and it's toner ink actually. This will only work if it's toner ink. If it's an inkjet printer, it's not going to work. So what it is the ink from the toner ink will heat up, and that is what attracts the foil to it. That's what you need in order for this to work. So I am going to take you step by step on how to do this, and we're going to go over to my computer screen. So let's get started. Okay, everyone, so we are right in front of my screen here, and I'm going to show you guys how I do this. I have a PC. I am not really computer savvy, but I am so used to using a PC. I don't have an Apple, but I chose a PC, and this is the program that I use, which is Photoshop. I could also do this on Word, but I find that Photoshop gives me much more options. And this is actually right in front of you. You see the document that I had printed out earlier and shared with you guys. So what I do is I go into opening a new document, and I just make sure that the preset is in US paper size, is the letter standard size for printing, and I just hit OK. And then I am ready to start designing my own like cards, quotes and stuff. So I am gonna show you guys real quick, as an example. Let's see here. Okay, right now it's in right here. I can choose my font, but I'm gonna stick with this one for now, and then I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger here. So I'm just gonna type in a quick quote that I know at the top of my head right here. A girl should be two things. Whoops, before I do the classy, let me just reposition this here. Okay, so now I am going to type in the word classy. I have to set a new font here, and I just want it to look elegant, so I am gonna go for Edwardian script here and make it bigger. So classy, and then I'm just gonna type in the word fabulous for now, because I don't want to have to go back and redo the font again. Okay, and just reposition it, making sure that it is centered. And then I am going to go back into choosing my script. So I'm gonna go back to Times right here, Times New Roman. Oops. Okay. I didn't want that change. But let's see, let's put it over here and then redo this here. It does take a little bit of time, but you know, you'll get the hang of it. And I'm gonna go back into, let's see, let's do it at 18. And I'm just gonna type in this ampersand symbol here and put it right in between here. So as you can see, it's done, and you know, I could pretty much reposition it if I want, but I just want to make sure that when I print it out, I have enough room to cut it to the size that I want it to be, and then I'll have some room as well to, you know, make sure that I can hole punch without it, you know, interfering with the font itself, like the wording here. So that is how I do it. And if I don't want to waste paper like the other one, I can go into other quotes, like, you know, stuff that I see on Pinterest, save it, open it up in my my folder. And for an example, like this one here, which is by Heidi Swapp, what I'll do is I'll use my clone stamp tool there, which is this one here. I don't know if you guys can see. I know it's a little bit hard to see, but it's the best I can do for now. So just click, alt click, and that will copy it. And I will go back into my document here. So I am just going to, actually it's going to tell you to rasterize before proceeding, and that's what I'll do. And I'll just copy it here. So giving myself some room here, you know, for me to cut, and pretty much that's it. So that is how I, you know, design and make my quotes, my cards for my planners. But if you want them to be exactly like 3x4s, you know, for your project life cards, pretty much you would have to, like, you know, just make sure that you would actually have to go and actually size it to that, and then you clone it and put it into like a new document sheet. So I just don't want to hassle with that, and this is pretty much for my planner. So that's how I do it, and hopefully that's helpful for you guys. And now I am going to show you guys how I foil, you know, my print. In case you guys are wondering what kind of laser printer I actually have a Samsung ML2165W, and it is Wi-Fi compatible. It was released a while back, but now it's discontinued. So when I purchased it at a really great price. Like, you can get it off of eBay or maybe Amazon, and it's gonna say refurbished, but it's actually like brand new, but they kind of, like, you know, did some adjustments to it. So it works perfectly fine, and the toner is actually not that expensive as I thought it would be. And so it's actually cheaper than my inkjet printer. So I really love this printer. I can print out so many, you know, documents, but it's just, you know, black and white, and I do a lot of foiling, so this is the printer that I use. And I'm just going to feed some paper into it. It opens like that, and I'm going to open the top here because I am going to show you guys how it prints. So some of you may know laser printers are really fast compared to inkjet, and I'm just going to show you an example of the document that I'll be foiling. And this is going to warm up, and then it's going to print for you, and you'll see how fast it is. So see, it's just really quick. And that is how it prints out. And it prints it out in toner ink, which I can definitely foil now. All right, everyone, so now we are ready to foil our prints, and this again is the print. So I went ahead and already pre-cut these out just for the purpose of recording this video, and then I'm going to turn on my laminator. Any laminator will work, but this one here is Royal Sovereign. This is one that I got at Amazon, which is fairly cheap, and if you don't have a laminator, you can go and get one at your local Target, your local Walmart, And they have this brand by Scott, which is like less than 20 bucks, and I heard it works really well as well. So you're gonna need a laminator, and you're going to need some foil. So I'm just gonna do gold foiling, and this is a bulk roll of foil that I purchased from eBay, and this was a while back. I don't remember who the seller was, but I'll try to find that out for you guys and put a link on the description below where I got it. So it is from eBay. I just don't remember who the seller was. And then, or if you don't have that, you can use like, one from the Heidi Swapp brand, which is the mink foils. And you can even use like the one that's by Thermal Web. And those will work fine as well. So what I did was I went ahead and cut out a piece that will accommodate to, my cards here. I cut out the cards and I had already, rounded the corners. So we're going to go ahead and laminate. And what I like to do is I like to use, tissue paper because it's nice and thin. And it ensures me that, once it goes through the laminator, it will, reach the toner ink and I won't have any spots. So you can use paper too, but I find that this, will guarantee me a more golden even effect there. So let's start with the first one here, and this one is, this quote by Audrey Hepburn, which I cut, and as you can see, I made some room for hole punching, and we're just going to put it right on top, just make sure that it's nice and lined up in there. And it has to be the foil side up, okay? So I am going to add my tissue here. And my laminator is nice and hot, so I am ready to feed this through. Just make sure that everything is nice and smooth before you do so, because you don't want any creasing, any crinkling, because it will not come out right if there is. So now I'm gonna feed this through. Okay, so if you do, let it go through without smoothing everything out, it's going to show up like this. So as you can see right here, there's like some creasing and it didn't get completely foiled. Okay, we're just going to wait until it goes all the way through. Cross your fingers. So let's see. I think it went all the way through already, and we're just gonna pull it out here like so. And as you can see, we're ready to pull it apart now. And there you have it. It's beautifully foiled. And this one is probably because it came out a little bit, the toner, which is no big deal. But look how beautiful this is. Now we're ready to do the other one. And this is how it looks like when you peel it out. Okay, so this one here is the other one, which is like a 3x4. And I am just going to make sure that I have it lined up there. And then again, I'm going to use my tissue paper here. So it is okay if, it comes out a little bit, no biggie. But this is just to help feed it through. Okay, just making sure that it's nice and smooth. Okay. I'm going to talk about this roll here, this bulk foil roll, while it feeds through. This, I think I purchased it at about 30 bucks. And you get a lot, actually. You get a lot for the price I paid. And, if you were to buy something like this, which you only get a little bit of it, and it goes through, like you go through it so fast, pretty much. This was a good buy, which is a good buy for me because I like to foil. So again, I'll try to find out who the seller was. I don't quite remember. But okay, this one's done. And I'm going to remove the foil. So as you can see, let's open this up. And there we have it. Perfect. So it kind of got a little bit here because, you know, the toner ink kind of got a little bit, but I could just cut that out. That's why I gave myself a little bit of room to kind of cut this out. And look how pretty this is. So that is it. That is how I foil. And this technique works with, like, you know, the Heidi Swapp Minc accessories as well. If you don't want to purchase, you know, the Minc machine, this will work too. Just make sure you use like a thin feeder type material here, and it should work. So that is it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Hopefully this is helpful, because I know a lot of you were wondering how I foil, and you know, that's basically it. So thank you so much for watching, you guys, and let me know what you think. Make sure you thumbs up on this video for more tutorials, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!